What's up guys, Perry here, and we are back with another Anime Defenders video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another installment of our unit review series. So if you're unaware as to what this series entails, we're going to be taking this guy. It's the guy that we're going to be covering. Hold on, where is he at? Water Grandmaster. I believe he's supposed to be Tanjiro. I couldn't tell though. Anyways, we're going to be taking this guy into every single piece of content in this game. That's going to include Hall of Mirrors, Raids, Tower of Eternity, Challenges, Infinite Mode, and Story Mode. We'll be giving him an individual rating for each of these game modes and determining whether this guy's worth it or not for you guys to grind for. So with all that being said, let's get right into the showcases. Alright, so we're going to see how he does in Hall of Mirrors up first. Off placement, he's line AoE, single hit, and he just does like some big water slash. I'll show it again for you guys. Let's look at that. Boom. Pretty cool looking, but 1.8k off placement isn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I believe that's average for Mythics. Maybe even a little above average, but he's a ground unit. He is not full AoE when you max him out. So, also his range isn't anything crazy once you max him out. For Hall of Mirrors, you're not going to want this guy because Hall of Mirrors borderline requires you to use hybrid, like a full hybrid team, just to be able to solo it, because you know you're going to have air enemies on multiple tracks at once. So if you're wasting a very valuable slot of your team on a ground unit, you know that ground unit better be able to like instantly disintegrate anything that it touches, or else it's not worth it. And this guy is frankly not worth it. I'd say this is definitely where he falls short the most. We're going to give him a 4 out of 10 for Hall of Mirrors, and let's move on. Alright, now we're going to see how this guy holds up in challenges, and we're just doing a 2x speed challenge. Honestly, I love this challenge. I wish this was an actual addition to the game. Why can't we have a 2x speed game pass or option? I'll never know. But anyways, he's doing pretty good. Once again, he can one-tap enemies. Pretty standard for a evolved mythical. But again, he's not hybrid, he's ground. But he's usable for challenges. He'll probably carry you through any challenge, assuming you're not fighting air units. So we'll give him a 6 out of 10, and let's move on to the next stuff. Okay, up next we have Tower of Eternity, and as you can tell, this guy struggles a lot in this game mode, maybe even more so than he does in Hall of Mirrors. Reason being, he's single target off placement, and he only hits in a line AoE. So not only is he not hitting as many units as he could be, he's also only attacking once at a time. And let's see, I believe he's 3 placement cap. Let me just get enough money to see if we can place a 4th one. Yeah, he's 3 placement. And okay, I will say his line AoE could be worse, because I've seen like more narrow line AoEs in this game. That might just be placebo effect though, I don't know. But yeah, you need to upgrade him twice before he becomes even somewhat viable for this game mode. So for that, I'm actually going to give him a 3 out of 10 for Tower of Eternity. Don't use this guy in this game mode. Like literally there's so many better options. Anyways, let's move on to the next stuff. Alright, now we're going to cover his performance in story mode, and you know, overall he's reliable. You know, he's doing good damage off spawn, he can one-tap enemies, and I'm going to say any story mode, even if you take him into Crystal Cove where the enemies are a little bit more beefy, he's still going to be one-tapping just fine. Once again, he's ground. And you know, there are some units in this game, like let's say Hikari, right? He's a ground unit, but he does insane damage. Obviously he does because he's a secret. That sort of saves him a little bit. I still wouldn't use him personally, and I'll get more into that when I do a unit review on him. But yeah, like the fact that a unit is ground in like today's meta, like it's basically just the final nail in the coffin, right? So for this guy in story mode, he's not bad by any means. He's just not the best, so we're gonna give him a 5 out of 10, and let's move on to the next one. Alright, now we're moving on to the Infinite Mode showcase. So off placement, he's cost 1,000 to place, 1.8k off placement, 4.1 second SPA. Upgrade him 2 more times. Now he gets Water Blade Mastered. It's a bit of a tongue twister. So single attack, circle AoE, pretty good SPA. Upgrade him 2 more times. Now he gets Ocean's Fury, and I don't know, is it just me, or does this attack look like bad? Like Normally this game has really cool attacks, right? But this attack specifically, why does the water just look like that? It looks so unnatural. That might just be a personal nitpick, but I don't know. I don't like how this attack looks at all. Anyways, 9.4k damage. It's multi-hit, as you can see. Pretty good attack. Upgrade it 2 more times. Ocean Havoc. Literally the exact same attack. It's just bigger. Not much to say. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same attack except way bigger. Just like twice as big maybe. Still circle AoE multi-hit, pretty good. Upgrade them to max. Okay, hold on. I might have skipped a few attacks. Whoopsies. So we were at Ocean Fury now. Ocean Havoc. Same thing. Okay, 2 more times. Tides Dance. This is a pretty cool attack. I like that. And this time the water is actually flowing naturally. It looks good. It's a good looking attack. But yeah, big circle AoE. Upgrade up 2 more times. Now we're at max. Ocean's Punishment. Pretty cool. Not full AoE, but this is very, very good. Like big fat circle AoE. 26k. You can put 3 of him down. That's him at max. How good do I think he is in infinite mode? Guys, let's be honest. Who's taking this guy into infinite mode? Like, genuinely. No one. No one is taking this guy into infinite mode. Why? Because he's not full AoE. He isn't hybrid. So, like, realistically, why would you pick this guy over any of the picks that are way better? Why would you pick this guy over Bear King? Over Sukuna? Over any secret? I mean, okay, I'm not going to place him against secrets because that's not fair. He's a mythic. But, like, okay, why would you pick him over Natsu? Over Flame Dragon God? Like, what purpose would you have? Like, when are you going to wake up and be like, I really wish I had a Tanjiro on my team? Never. Unless they add type advantages into this game, like they had in Anime Adventures, but so far they're not doing that. So, this guy is kind of mid for infinites. He's getting a 4 out of 10. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, so how does this guy do in raids? Well, as you can see, we got 3 of him up and maxed out, and they're just tearing these guys to bits. Tearing these guys to bits. Is that how you say it? I don't even know. But anyways, they're doing really good, right? They're not letting anything get past. They're insta-killing everything. They have good AoE, good SPA, good damage, all that good stuff, right? He's not going to be good enough to handle early game. I did have to bring in a support unit here so we wouldn't die, but at max, you got 3 of them doing 26k. It's not bad at all. Do I think he's the best for raids? No. I also think it's a little ironic how he comes from a raid that has hybrid units, but he himself is not a hybrid. Like, that just doesn't make sense. I guess, you know, they didn't want to like spam hybrids in the game, so that's fair enough. But yeah, for raids, he's all right. It's not the worst, not the best. You need to upgrade him a little bit before he becomes viable. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10 for raids, and let's move on to our closing thoughts. Okay, so we're done doing all of the game modes. What is my overall rating for this guy? He is going to be getting a 4 out of 10. And here's my reasoning for this. Number 1, out of all the mythics, sure, he has okay damage. And, you know, he's not the worst unit in the game. I just think he needs a buff desperately because he's a raid unit. This guy's kind of a pain in the ass to get right. So is Bear King, because you actually have to farm out these raids over and over and over again, and you have to wait for the raids to be open, and then you have to go buy their evil materials. It's a whole process, right? And it did take me some time to get this guy, and frankly I feel like I wasted my time because he's like nowhere near as good as this guy. One of the new units that just came out, he took me like nothing to get. It took me like 5 minutes to get this guy and evolve him, and he's already 10 times better than this guy. Flame Dragon God, way better than this guy. Any Secret, way better than this guy. Obviously, that's not a fair comparison. Crimson Demon Ninja, way better than this guy. And, you know, moving forward, I'm going to be more strict with these unit ratings just because I don't want to lead you guys down the wrong path. Beforehand, I'd be giving like some pretty trash units, like 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 just because I felt bad. But there's really no point in giving pity ratings for a series that's supposed to help you find out what unit's the best. And frankly, this guy's not the best. Do I think he's worth getting? No. If you're a completionist, if you want to collect them, sure, why not? I don't see, like, you know, it's your choice. But I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. I do think he desperately needs a buff. I think they should make him hybrid similar to Bear King and maybe give him a slow passive. Maybe. That's just my personal opinion though. And that is going to wrap up our unit review for none other than the Water Grandmaster. If you guys enjoyed this video, learned anything new, or just liked hearing me talk about the game, feel free to like, sub, comment, all that wonderful, wonderful stuff. Let me know what unit you want me to cover for the next review. And that's it from me. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and we'll catch you in the next one.